only mutual exclusion and process, which is good enough to say it's a solution for critical section problem, but it will not it will not satisfy bounded weight, because it will not say how many times a process can enter. When it is not saying anybody can enter, anybody can means anybody means any process can enter any number of times. That is why test and set will execute only um, mutual exclusion and progress. Bounded weight is not achieved here. So we have one more set of instruction called as swap. Swap instruction, here only I will explain. Okay, swap instruction. Next is swap instruction, that is machine instruction. We already know what is swap. So why we use this swap? Here you can see I have written here do while inside this key is set to true. Here we are taking two variables. We are initializing to false. Next one is taking key and initializing it to true. Now we say while key is true. Consider process 1 want to execute, enter into critical section. Key is set to true. Correct. I'll write the T for true. Then we are checking while true is equal to true. Correct. True. Correct. So when tree equal to true, you can see there is no semicolon to this while. Okay, swap instruction and instruction, this critical section is inside while for swap. So swap instruction will be method will be called, we go here, lock is false, key is true. These two location will be content will be swapped. So key becomes false, and then lock will become what? True. Okay. After that, we go to critical section. P1 will go to, this is true. So after swap, P1 will enter, P1 will enter critical section. After entering into critical section, it will execute critical section, and if after executing, it will means exit from the critical section by setting the lock to false. That is one case. Second case you consider, if P2 try to enter into critical section when P1 is already there in the critical section. Now P1 is there in the critical section, right? So if P2 tries to enter, what happens? Key is what? Now key is false. So inside while you check false is equal to true. False is equal to true? No, right? So P2 will not enter into critical section. So we blocked it. So we achieved mutual exclusion. You understood how we are achieving mutual exclusion by using two variable and swapping. You're blocking the second process to enter when one is already there in the critical section. That is how mutual exclusion is achieved. Next, we'll see whether progress is achieved. Now P1 is entered into critical section. After exiting, it is setting false to lock to false, right? So next process, whoever is ready can enter. And here also it is not specifying who should enter next, how many times to enter, how many, what is the limit, and also hardware solution, test and set and swap exhibit mutual exclusion and progress, but it will not satisfy bounded weight. But bounded weight is not mandatory to satisfy critical section problem solution. If vast mutual exclusion and progress is achieved, then it is the best solution to solve critical section problem. Our problem is one should enter, correct? That is solved. And critical section, when it is free, whoever is ready can enter. We are not bothered who is enter, whoever wants to enter can enter. So progress and mutual exclusion is achieved in hardware solution. Okay. Okay. So to understand all these things, fundamental is you should know swap, you should know pointer, basic thing only you will be knowing because you are in fourth semester. Okay, so next one is software solution. One more software solution we have called as progress. Sorry, semaphore. Okay. So yeah. So what is semaphore? We have one more code in the textbook. Please go through that. So mutex or semaphore, that is very important. All the topic in this chapter is important only. I cannot pick which one is important, but uh, all the topics are important. So this whatever code segment I'm writing and explaining, that's very very important. In exam also you have to write the core segment and explain. Only theory explanation for this chapter will not give you any marks. And also you have to explain the solution with respect to mutual exclusion, progress and bounded weight, then only you will get full marks. And next point is, when you are explaining, try to explain how